Would you love to go first, sis, or would you love me to go first? John
You go
Nicole?
first. You go first. I think
Okay,
I went. Did I go first last time? You go first.
Okay, me first. Me first. Okay. This is Words of Wisdom Wednesday with me and Samantha, and we just want to share today a hero story. So I was told this in my Course from Scratch group. So it's a cool little title of a story in your life that you were the hero for somebody, or you were a light for somebody, or you were, a changing force and a changing support for somebody. And we've all been that. We've all had a moment in our life where we were there for someone else and we were helpful to them and we were supportive of them. So all of us have a hero story. All of you have a hero story, and me and Sam just going to get to share ours today. So lucky us. Would you love to go first, sis, or would you love me to go first? John
You go first. You go first. I think I went. Did I go first last time? You go first.
Okay, me first. Me first. Okay. So my hero story today, and like this is the thing about the hero story and us, like, humble island people, you know what I mean? Us local people, we don't want to come off like we're bragging, right? But
Correct.
This story is about owning the impact that you have and owning the impact that we have. So I'm gonna do a little, it might sound a little bit like I'm bragging, and I am, because I'm amazing. Okay.
Yes, you are. Yes, you are. Heck yeah.
So I was working at a drug treatment center, and I had an amazing staff. Like we had a tight group of wahine in our staff, and we supported each other. We cared about each other, not just in work, but in all of our personal developments and all of with our families and all that stuff. We really cared about one another, and we would spend time with each other because we're tired sometimes and like wiped out, and we would just, I remember even Sam, I would go into Sam's office and just like lay on her couch and just be like, sis, what a day, this was such a day. So my supervisor appropriately kind of like had a moment of this where there was a lot going on campus. There was a lot of drama. There's always something going on drug treatment campuses. There's just life lessons everywhere. And she came into my office and she was just telling me how she was feeling a little bit about, feeling overwhelmed, feeling like she has bigger dreams for herself than just being a supervisor at this drug treatment center. And we all can relate to that, feeling uncomfortable where we're at and like dreaming of something more, So I approve of that. I love doing that. I think it's great. Dream when you're in the state of pain, because you never know what can come from that. And that's what she was doing. And she was telling me that her dream was to do private practice, And I was just like, I'm in awe of this woman. Like, she is an amazing leader. I respect her clinical skills. Like, I've seen her work with clients day in and day out, and she is fire. Like, she will she will give you say the right questions and the right words to have you look into your heart and into your soul and really question like what you want in your life and like what decisions you're making right now. So I just really respect her. And I just looked at her and I was just like, you could totally do your own practice and everybody else does it. Why not you? Why not you? You're a hard worker. You make things happen. You are so good at what you do. People are drawn to you. People would love to get help from you. Like, of course, if you went to your own private practice, like you would kill it and you would make way more money doing that than here. And when I said that to her, she just was like, oh yeah, why not me? And literally, I think it was like within 24 hours or like the next day, she had like been messaging me and she was like, I want to call my business this. And it's called Reflection Connection. Erica Warner, just shout out if you want to know about her. And she literally, that was, how many years ago was that?
2019.
2019. She started her business.
Oh, actually it was 2018, end of 2018.
End of 2018. She started her business right after that. She has a successful, thriving practice that and I'm actually going to have lunch. I'm actually going to have dinner with her tomorrow. So
Oh,
she reminds me of this story sometimes and saying like that one question, Chas, why not me? Just changed my mindset so much and made me believe. And now look what I've done. Thank you so much. So that's my hero story.
I love that. So I am very grateful for you having that conversation with her, because there's a ripple effect as well. She made a decision for herself and her life and her practice, which assisted me in taking the next step in my practice. So thank you,
Ooh,
Chastity.
so amazing. Believe in yourself, y'all. Why not you?
Yes, why not you? I love that. Thank you for sharing that. And yes, what a beautiful reminder as how I got my practice started as well. So leaning into this hero story that Chastity shared with me, what it mean, what we're going to be talking about, and yeah, just similar to Chas, I was like, this is hard. um, as we're not braggers, we're not somebody to boast about, our impact on other people, because we attribute people's transformation to themselves, right? But in the spirit of growth, in the spirit of challenging ourselves in every way possible, we are leaning in together. And one of the stories that I recalled once we were really starting to dig into this was not too long ago. I was hosting about monthly, sometimes twice a month workshops to support people in their relationships, right? And one of them was called Reignite Your Relationship. Another one was called Do I Stay or Do I Go? And there was a man who attended pretty much anonymously almost, these my workshops, and he came to the Reignite Your Relationship workshop first. But see, the thing is, before he attended my workshop, he had attended another workshop about how to get a divorce. And he was at a place in his marriage that he didn't think there was any way out. He was told by a family lawyer that he should just get a divorce. What is he trying to hold on to? It's never going to work out. And then he came to my Reignite Your Relationship masterclass, and he was reignited with hope. And from that, he attended my next workshop, Do You Stay or Do You Go? And after that workshop, he did sign up for a complimentary clarity call that I offered. And on that clarity call, I gave him a couple of tips. Sometimes on the clarity call, I enroll people into my programs because that's the best fit. For him, I knew that he needed to do a little bit more work first, and I gave him my best advice. And my advice to him was, one, to reconnect to his church, his religion. Two was to go and try out a support group such as Al Anon. And three was to read The Power of Awareness by Neville Goddard. And he did exactly what he was told, despite being highly cautious. He was detached from his church and his religion. He was a little weary about the support group that I had suggested, and he never read anything that, like, I had him read about the power of awareness. He was like, this was like really out there for me. And it was not more than a month later that I connected with him again. And I emailed him asking how everything was going, what was going on. And he was like, you know what? I've been meaning to reach out. I did exactly what you told me to do. I read through the book despite my prejudgment of it. And I followed the steps. I followed what the book had told me to do. And less than a month later, I think it was like a couple of weeks later, his wife reached out to him and said she wants to work things out, that she wants to try and make an effort in the relationship. And mind you, she was dealing with some mental health issues, addiction issues, and he really did. She was so totally done. She was done with their marriage. She wanted him to move on. She wanted to move on, but they had two little children together. So in his mind, it was truly a miracle that he was able to just reconnect with his wife, despite what the future outcome looks like. He knows that they're going to have to co-parent and raise these children. And so he says he will keep me posted, and that, but he is highly hopeful. He says cautiously hopeful, but the reason why this story comes up for me is because I know that the principles that I teach work, and it doesn't always have to come from me. It doesn't always have to um, be me, but I love when I'm able to give people instructions and they follow through and it works. Like it just feels so good. And
I
I'm just
love that.
so grateful. Yeah.
And our stories is like, we kind of just like offered them something and it was what they did with it. That
That
was
mattered.
the
Yeah.
amazing part of it. And I think, yeah, so beautiful.
Yeah, and he wrote me this beautiful testimonial. He's like, you can absolutely use that. Tell the world. I am so grateful for what you've done and the time that I've given him. And sometimes all it takes is a simple word. All it takes is a simple acknowledgement, a look, a kind glance. That can be your hero story, right? That's how simple it can be.
Yeah, it's the impact that it has on them. It's not even what we necessarily thought. We didn't think it was a big deal what we were offering them, but it
No,
was what they got out of it and what they did with it that was a big deal for them. So I love that. And I think that's a great reminder even to end on, is that like we you can make an impact on somebody without even knowing the impact you have. So like
yeah,
always keep that in mind. Like you can be impacting somebody, you are impacting someone's life just by being
you,
positive or present or believing or being you. Yeah,
yeah,
being yourself, being your authentic, real self. So good. Thank you,
so
sis.
good.
All right. Thank you all. And we'll see you guys next Wednesday. We come on between 4 and 4:30. So come on between there, 10 minutes of your time. Love you, sis.
Love you. Bye, everyone.
Bye, everyone.